So let's see, let's find out who's going to put in a world-class performance today in St. Louis. Denny Hamlin on the pole position alongside Kyle Larson. Race 2 of the playoffs. Let's go! Nice start, Hamlin. Here comes Ross Chastain. You will see multi-lane racing today, and Chastain is the first one to show us that. Briscoe up on the inside of him. Hamlin leads down the back straight. Look at Briscoe, pretty adventurous on the inside there. Keen to get ahead, nice and early on lap 1. Good start for Denny Hamlin, Jeff. That's the first time he's led laps at this track.
Yeah, and a great launch, controlling the restart. Let's see what Larson does. Hamlin to the bottom, Larson to the middle. I think this groove, Steve, will even get wider than where Larson is right now as this race goes on. Good forward momentum on corner exit.
Yeah, you see what that wider exit does with the straightaway speed. The 5 probably go to the bottom. I assume the 11 will block the top. No, the 11 goes in at the bottom. Very surprised. He gave Kyle Larson the opportunity to get to his quarter panel. I think that's all Kyle Larson will need to complete this pass. There you have it. Momentum around the top for the 5 car.
Center of the corner speed is impressive on that 5 car. It's able to carry good speed to entry, but then roll the middle right here. That corner middle speed sets up the exit.
Yeah, and this is what Marty Snyder, he asked me in the pre-race about concern out of Hendrick. It was an underperforming of Darlington, which is rare, but I was super impressed with their cars here in practice. This 5 car was able to take part in a tire test. I think those extra laps unlocked something in their setups. I love looking at the telemetry. Oh,
Kyle
Busch.
Around after making up all those positions in this opening stage.
Leaders middle 1 and 2. We're
just trying to leave the corner with lots of speed, and just around it comes. We've seen this multiple times. The car just doesn't talk to him. He doesn't know that it's loose.
That's
and before he can do anything about it, he's aimed in the wrong direction. It's just not telling him I'm loose. He's in the gas.
Kyle Larson, the dominant car early, back in 11th. We'll see if new tires and a great race car can overcome. Oh, I thought that was going to be close between the 88 and the 38. Not done.
Not done with yet. Van Gisbergen's trying to push his way through. Look at Kyle Larson right up against the fence. The 5 was flying around the outside.
Oh!
Josh Berry again. Unfortunately, he crashed early in the first playoff race last weekend, and Berry's in the wall. He was running 15th at the time.
Yeah, he had also pitted, trying to work himself up through the field.
broke.
Oh no, that is done. He's done.
Let's show you a view from Chase Elliott.
Contact there for sure. Watch, Josh Berry is underneath Logano, trying to get underneath Logano. And then contact with Chase Elliott.
What an escape for Eric Jones. Whoa, whoa, Van Gisbergen just taps the back of Cindric, and here comes Zane Smith. Van Gisbergen through on the inside.
Yeah, but the 2 of Cindric is wrong. Oh yeah, he's got to get away from Cindric, and look at all the spots he's losing.
What a move by the 9 of Chase Elliott. Threads the needle. Remember, the 9 had to start a little bit further back, all the way up to 11th with 4 fresh tires. Look at 3 wide. Can't quite get to the outside of the 88. I think the 9 will be able to score stage points in the next 3 laps. Remember, for Briscoe, it's not the points needed. The win last week has advanced him, but winning the stage is a playoff point. He would carry that into the seeding of the next round, but it's going to be a battle with 1 to go.
Does he have it yet? He certainly does not. 1 lap to go in stage 1, presented by Credit One Bank. Kyle Larson forces his way through on the inside.
How about the contact?
Briscoe's going to try to do anything to stay on his quarter panel to not allow the 5 to power up. There you go. One more set of corners for Briscoe.
Briscoe said earlier this week he is not letting up. Everyone says, oh boy, you can relax. You're already through to the round of 12. He says, I want to lead every lap. I want to win every race. I'm going to keep the pressure on my competitors and keep their nervousness up, keep their fear up. Stage 1 is won by last week's winner, Chase Briscoe. And how about that final stage point? Who grabbed it? Chase Elliott did.
Steve, the speed of the two tires. See Reddick underneath Chase Elliott. The speed of the two tires in that 38 car is going to get everyone's attention.
It is. It's just the challenge is that you can change tires so quick in this vehicle versus fuel. It takes a real interesting window to have that choice. They had it early. I'm not sure if they'll have that later with only 20 laps as Reddick goes to the inside.
I go back to what he told Kim Kuhn in Countdown to Green. As Briscoe locks up, Suarez is in the wall.
One here, we're still green. Hello, yellow, start talking to me about it.
I don't know if they can't get the tire off. Marty.
Bubba Wallace has already left pit road as Chase Briscoe still fights trying to get that left rear tire on, and now they're going to go ahead and make a 4-tire car call here.
We are going to be a lap down if we're stuck behind the 20 if this plays out, right?
Correct. Just for a little bit. Cannot make it to the end, no. Still 3 off.
So some communication about just where this is going to cycle out and who has to pit and who doesn't. Everyone that chose not to pit at lap 62 for sure has to make a pit stop. Now, I believe there's a lot of drivers from lap 62 that are going to try to stretch it.
AMR safety team on the spot, as fast as always. Let's see if we can decipher what happened to Ty Dillon here.
Yeah,
contact.
Yeah, he just wasn't sure who that was.
It was his
That's
brother.
His brother, yeah. Well, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle with the 3-team today. Talk about how aggressive you have to be. Check out William Byron. He was just on pit road. Look how late he makes it 3 wide. Contact entering the corner all the way down on the curb. It is rough down there. Check it out, right along.
You mentioned it a moment ago, Lee. Christopher Bell coming through the field, 19th to 4th since this restart, and Larson 20th to 7th since this restart on those fresh Goodyear tires. So our tires may be a little more important than you thought they might be coming into the day, Steve.
I definitely think new tires, you could play offense. This is a track before where we've seen new tires really not go anywhere. That's not been the case today. So I do think the crew chiefs are going to have to adjust a little bit in that final stage and decide, you know, how far back is it worth it to have new tires.
Larson underneath Blaney.
Larson with 4 tires to Bell's 2 on that pit stop, but look at Blaney just power around the outside. Won't let the 5 slide him.
Well, this fight continues.
Yeah, the 5 might have a chance to overdrive the entry here and just slide up in front of the 12. Let's see what he does. See if he overcooks the entry. Oh, he can't do it. The 12 drives right in on his door and up the hill. Got where he needed to be.
These two guys have been at it for quite a few laps. That's AJ Armendinger and Shane Van Gisbergen. They went at it way back on a restart. Oh, the 12's got around.
Come on down, hold it down,
Blaney.
hold it down. Just roll to the bottom and roll here.
What
We'll
has
be fine
happened?
Here. Yellow's out.
To the driver who won here, almost won here, I should say, a year ago.
The Ballons for 5th. Larson from way back to the bottom of the racetrack, slides up and just runs into Blaney. Man, Blaney's going to be hot about that. I mean, I just don't know how Kyle Larson's going to be able to explain that to Blaney.
I mean, he chases it up the banking right into him.
Smart, Ryan. Be smart.
I'm being smart. Tell me where I'm supposed to line up.
Oof. He says, I am being smart. Just tell me where I need to line up. Ryan Blaney.
Well, they're coming to pit road 2 wide. NASCAR's going to have to deal with this because pit road's open. The lineup is still in question, apparently, or I'm not sure what's going on here, but this is messy. Jack drop, left rear not on. Bowman tries to leave. They have to jack it back up. So another pit road issue for a playoff driver, this time the 48 for the 2nd week in a row.
85 laps to go when they cross the line this time. And what happened to Bubba? Did he spin the wheels? Logano gets the jump. And Hamlin's going with him. Joey Logano leads the field into turn 1. John Hunter Nemechek is in 3rd. Hamlin's trying to get down on the inside and go side by side with the Team Penske driver. Chase Elliott is in the mix too, but look at Hamlin.
Hamlin's trying to roll the middle. He does it. Oh, we're wrecking.
It's Shane Van Gisbergen and the WeatherTech Chevrolet.
Get it rolling here if you can.
And here he is. He's flanked by a couple of 2311 cars.
Yeah, it just gets loose. Back of the car just comes around. I would say the 45. Tyler Reddick got pretty lucky right there.
This is unscheduled. And Stevie, tell us more.
So you see at the back of the car right here, the diffuser flap. You see it kind of is down. What happens is if a roof flap comes up, it pulls a pin and that flap drops. You see how it's kind of opened up. That's to help a car stay on the ground. And the crew member is going to come over and he's going to push it up. And it should kind of reset into place. But watch this. He pushes and pushes. And I don't know if the mechanism that locks that in place is broken.
I'm going to tell you something. Denny Hamlin, the last 2 laps, he just took off and ran his best laps in a while, and now he hits pit road.
Yeah, I think Hamlin was saving gas, perhaps. Let's see what he does. He hustles around the access road, gets on the brakes right there.
The 19 of Chase Briscoe, you see him cycle in front of the 11 of Denny Hamlin on 2 tires. I don't know if they'll be able to hold off the 4 tires, but let's see where that 22 cycles. Up on the left-hand side, there comes 19 and the 11. The 22 is going to gas up, run around the access road.
4 cars.
It's a shorter distance. I don't know how this is going to blend. Surely the racetrack is faster than the access road, but it's going to be close.
Outside Denny, clear up.
Oh, Hamlin's getting aggressive. Trying to get to the car of Cody Ware. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to just run Briscoe up the racetrack, stay side by side with him, get to Cody Ware first, and then be on the inside and make that pass.
Blaney pitting here from the lead.
Trouble.
The car in the wall lead.
Ty Dillon in the wall for the 2nd time today. He was spun by his brother earlier.
Bring it to the bottom.
Caution is out. So he's ahead of Chase Elliott there. 4th car in shot. Here he is.
Oh, man.
Something happens on the front right.
Brake issue.
Blown rotor or something. Hamlin on the inside. Logano and Elliott there as well.
Those older tires for Brad just don't hold a match to the 11 and the 19.
Briscoe sweeps around the outside.
5 in front.
And
I don't care. Just let me drive.
And the gap to the race leader, Denny Hamlin, is 2.1 seconds with 13 laps left.
Love that from Blaney. You want as much help from your spotter as you can get, but only when you want it and when you need it. Blaney letting Telfito know, hey, just let me drive. I see it.
And in just 2.5 miles, Denny Hamlin can notch up win number 5 on the season.
A year ago, Denny Hamlin went to Bristol protecting points, and he was very frustrated that he couldn't just let it all loose to race for the win. What this would do is then send him to the half mile in the clouds at Tennessee with the opportunity to race for a win, because he would have already advanced.
There's Chris Gale. They're still building their relationship as crew chief and driver. It's getting better and better all the time. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Hamlin is within 1.25 miles of a win. He has finished 2nd here the last 2 years. And in this young history of NASCAR Cup Series competition at Worldwide Technology Raceway, with Hamlin's pole yesterday, he made it 4 different pole sitters in the 4 years. And in just 2 turns and half a straight, he's going to make it 4 different winners in 4 years. What a run from Denny Hamlin. He has led the most laps. Hamlin wins in St. Louis and books a spot in the round of 12.
Oh, boys. 200 for Toyota DH. Great job. Great execution, everyone. Be proud of that.
Coach Gibbs is smiling because his drivers have won the first 2 races of the playoffs.
Proud of you.
We're atop the packed grandstand here on the front stretch at Worldwide Technology Raceway, and the fans are loving this. Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched, well, it's time to bring the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all: news, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.